Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Let me see. Let us. Hello, everybody. This is Tammy, and I am live. I'm coming on to you talking about Claire cognizance. Okay, so I'm super excited to be here. I am live, and I'm talking about Claire cognizance. So today I'm super excited to bring this information to you guys. And so I'm talking about clear cognizance. So thank you for watching. Those of you that are coming on, make sure that you are tapping the screen and showing me some of that love. I also, hey Dimples, thank you for joining. I'm just going to be on here just a few minutes talking about clear cognizance. So that is what we're talking about today because I was supposed to come yesterday, but I couldn't do it. So today I am here talking about clear cognizance. Let me start sharing my screen. I am also live on YouTube, but I'm going to share my screen and talk about clear cognizance. But I have to plug it up though, because I didn't really have that much charge. Hey, Dimples, thank you for joining. Okay, so I just flipped my camera because I wanted to show y'all what I'm working with. So claircognizance is a spiritual gift. Let me show you a little bit. I'm going to start here. I'm your guide on this journey. I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother, a TV radio personality, an oracle, a priestess, an author, and a podcaster, and an energy healer. And I'm also a creative. So like I create, I feel like a scientist, to be honest. So I create all kinds of different products that are based in plant medicine, and I'm super excited about it. I enjoy it. It's one of those things that, I could just do. And so I do. Claircognizance. Claircognizance is powered by the crown chakra. So claircognizant people are usually known as know-it-alls. So if you feel like you're a know-it-all, like you just know everything and people tell you that and they say things that like that to you, typically you are claircognizant simply because they know things that they don't even know how they know them. There's a deep sense of knowing inside. When you are at work and you automatically know something, oftentimes you will get an aha moment. The answers to problems and questions will just pop in your head and you will instantly know that it is right information. What is really happening is that your spiritual team is passing on information to you. Typically, people that are claircognizant say, I know, and they really do. They really do know. What does this even mean? It means that you have an ability to connect with spirit and get a deeper insight. And so if you're claircognizant, that is one of the things that happens for you. You know that you can connect with spirit and you can get deeper insight. So deeper knowledge. More wisdom is what I like to say. Thank you so much for the bracelet, Dimples. I appreciate you. Um, so this is the ability to just know information and being completely sure that something is 100% right. This type of knowledge often comes spontaneously in the form of facts and figures. Oftentimes, it comes in the way of simply knowing the truth of a situation deep within. Are you claircognizant? Determine if you are claircognizant. Some ways to identify claircognizance sponsored by the crown chakra. I know, I know things sometimes instantly. I get lots of inspiration from out of the blue. I know things other people don't know. I sometimes know what others are thinking. Things to remember, it doesn't matter how the messages come to you, and it doesn't matter that you are more or less gifted than someone else. What matters is that you are conscious of these messages and you are able to acknowledge them. So that's the point of it, really, is just to be conscious of these messages and know that you can acknowledge them. Think in terms of your spirit team, your connection to your spirit team. The next step is to start developing your gifts, is paying attention to any random thoughts that might pop into your mind or voices speaking to you. Just listen carefully and don't brush them off, because many times we brush these things off. We say, oh, that's just, this is just a synchronicity, or, whatever, but we brush them off. But why do we do that? Because we are not comfortable and we do not trust our gifts, because many times we don't know about them. And a lot of times it's because, of how we were conditioned, and I always speak about myself because that's who I can talk about. So for myself, I was raised Pentecostal holiness. So a lot of these things that I do, and the things that pop up, and the downloads that I get, are contrary to how I was raised as far as, religious. And so many of you have been raised the same way. And so you think about all of these things, and so they tell us that, these things are the devil and all these kind of things, but that is absolutely not the truth. The importance of sleeping time. And so this is so important, and I believe in it. The importance of sleeping time. Sleeping time is very powerful to receive images, messages, as this is when the conscious mind is silent and allows for a flow of pure information from higher planes of awareness. Although this information may seem very masked and even trivial most of the times, you might be surprised how deeply it's connected to your journey. So when you start really, really diving into this stuff, and for me, I started diving in probably about 10 years ago. And so as I started diving into this stuff and really getting an understanding and unlearning so many of the things that, happened to me with religion. And so I would venture to say that many of you deal with the same type of things. Because if they told you that, some of the things that we talk about is the devil, which really was not true, was not the truth, then you have something within you that makes you block some of these things, because you felt like this was a devil, because that's what people told you. Thank you for coming through, and thank you for tapping the screen. Thank you for showing me the love. I appreciate that. All right, so let's see. Next, lastly but not least, meditation is a key component in opening your gift of claircognizance, really all the gifts. However, since we are talking about claircognizance at this time, also because it is essential to balance your energies and raise your vibration in order to unlock your true potential, meditation is one of the most powerful tools that you can use. So meditation with claircognizance is life. Opening to your spiritual gifts is an incredible journey. It is one that requires patience and trust in yourself. And that's something that I said, Tammi Morrison. And so my Facebook page is, for my business, is Unleashing Your True Self. Of course, my Facebook page for personal is me, Tammi Morrison. So now that your mind is sufficiently blown, let me share how we can continue to work together beyond this amazing free mini course, because this actually is a part of the free mini course that I have done, which is amazing because it does give you tips and tools. So unlocking your psychic potential development circle. Join a community of like-minded people who are learning how to cultivate their God-given intuition. We meet weekly on Zoom. There's also a Facebook group for those on there who want to join on Facebook. Access to me on email and messenger. And the energy exchange is $100 a month. So basically it's $25 a week. And it's an amazing circle that I am starting. We are starting in October. I think it's October the 4th that we're starting because I want to do 4 weeks. And so I think it's the 4th is starting in October. I wanted to start in September, but I knew I had, like I'm about to go on this cruise. So I knew I had just too much stuff to do. And I was feeling a bit overwhelmed as well. So I knew that I just needed to peel back and stuff like that. All right, so that is all I have for this workshop. Unlocking your psychic potential development circle is the thing that I have created to help people because, to be honest with you, I was so crazy on my journey and I really just didn't know which way to go. And I really didn't have a lot of people that I could talk to in the physical. I did a lot of mentorship on YouTube. Like I have a lot of YouTube mentors. I love Neville Goddard. I love Florence Scovel. But of course, those people are not even alive anymore. They have transitioned. I also listened to Reverend Ike, another one that has transitioned. So I really didn't have any people in the physical a lot to help me when I started on this journey. So I learned a lot of things on my own. I did. I learned a lot of things from my YouTube mentors. I learned a lot of things I took a few classes, but they were way more expensive than what I'm offering. And so my goal with this is to bring people in, and I don't want price to be a barrier. I don't want it to be like, I couldn't afford the $5,000, that kind of thing. And so because I know that a lot of people are at the space where I was at, where it was really, really hard. Yes. Dimple said, yes, Florence Scovel, I have her book. Yes, I listened to it on YouTube. So because I do a lot of what do you call them? A lot of audiobooks. And so when I found it on YouTube, I was like, this is perfect. I didn't have to pay for it. Although, I got the subscription, so I don't even normally get enough books. Like after a while, it's usually like three units or whatever. But I love Florence Scovel Shinn. I love Neville Goddard, and I listen to a lot of their stuff. And I have learned so much, and I'm actually bringing it forth because I know that a lot of people are like I was. Like I didn't understand it when I first started listening, and I think a part of it was because I was so bound in religion. And I still could hear all of those things in the back of my mind where, all of the things that I was looking at and believing were of the devil, and I couldn't get past that at first. And so as I began to grow and I began to learn and begin to, shift in this energy, then I began to understand that, it's all relative and it also makes no sense. So thank you so much for joining me on YouTube. I really appreciate it. But this is all I have for you as far as claircognizant, because that is what we're talking about tonight. And so when I come back next week, we'll cover clairaudience and let's see, we cover clairsentient, claircognizant, clairaudience, and clairvoyance. And then I'll cover some of the little ones too, especially like the clear tasting. And it's another one that is really good that I actually use as well, but it's not one of the main four. So again, thank you for watching on YouTube. I appreciate you and I hope that your day is magical. Bye now.